What's up, duelists? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is this working? What's up, duelists? I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel. Someone just pulled out right outside my window and it's just playing music as loud as humanly possible right as I went live. Of course. Of course they would do that right now, right as I'm going live. That is bruh. What's up, duelists? You can't do a RBT tailgate and not actually a function. Wait, I don't understand. Can't hear it? Oh, that's good. That's good. I was about to get DMCA'd or some shit. What's up, duelists? We're doing the tailgate a day early. Alright? I hope you guys don't mind. Press 1 if you don't mind. We're doing it a day early. I just have so much to set up tomorrow. I just didn't think I was going to get the chance to stream tomorrow night. So, we're doing it a day early. All right, we're doing it a day early. We've got a bunch of people to thank. We got a bunch of people to yap with about Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I can give some slightly more educated opinions than average. And we've got predictions, of course, as all the RBET tailgates go. And my predictions are always wrong, classically. So I'm excited to be wrong yet again. What's up, Fancy? What's up, Hector? What's up, Brian? What's up, Miss Alexis? What's up, Optimus Prime? Welcome in, everybody. RBET Indianapolis. So where should we start? What do you guys want to start with? Do you guys want to talk about the most recent, the PPG 5K, the zombie deck? Do you guys want to talk about Valhalla Fairies? Do you guys want to talk about Fairy Flamvel? What do you guys want to discuss first? Or do you guys want to talk about this emergency RBET that we pulled together in under a week as a community? You want to start with zombies? This is your first tailgate. Welcome in. You're about to mention it? Ooh. Yeah, okay. We can talk about it. Should one take fairies to RBT Indy? Yeah, if one would like to win. You're curious what Fairy Flamvel is about? It's a deck I took to a CX tournament and I topped with. It's a good deck. Tailgate? Yeah, it's like kind of the pre-RBT. RBT starts on Saturday. Market Watch? I don't follow it well enough. I feel like I have the cards that I want to have, and I don't follow it outside of the, like, prize cards that I need to buy for RBT. I don't understand your question, Chrono. It doesn't make sense. That question doesn't make sense to me. Could you clarify? All right, boys, girls, people of all kinds. QCR Heavy is $70 US. Who's buying QCR Heavy for $70? Flamvel Assault Mode? That's not the best way to play Assault Mode, in my opinion. Market Watch prediction post RBET. The mat is sick for top 16. Oh, I should get that up on screen. Hold on. I'll get that up on screen. Ryan winning that event with Pure Light Swarm was pretty spicy. Ryan dodging me was real spicy. He dodged me, bro. Dodged me. All he had to do was not dodge me, and I would have won. Just kidding. I don't actually know who would have won between us. Arcus is kind of a bitch against zombies. Alright, let me pull up this fucking beautiful image. Oh, by the way, if you're just tuning in, the card prizing, first place is 3 Ulti Caius, second place is Ulti JD, Ulti Dad, third and fourth is Ulti First Deck Dev, 5th through 8 is Ulti First Ryza. That's the card prizing. And then for the boys, the lads, the gents, for the top 16ers, we've got something here. It's here somewhere. Hold on. It's here somewhere. There it is. Boom. Ooh. Indy's gonna go hard. What's up, Murray? How you doing? Is there gonna be a stream? There's gonna be a stream if the internet can handle it. But we may break the internet with the RBET Indy stream. Yeah, we may break the internet with it. So who knows? We'll see. Yes, that is a sick Steph Curry's son. It's Steph Curry's son. That's who it is. No relation. It may be spelled identically, but no relation. Yggdrasil's the best. Facts, bro. You gotta make top 16. Yes, you do. Yes, you do gotta make top 16. Okay, let's start with last weekend. I did pretty well in a tournament, I guess. With the zombie deck. Sort of zombie deck. I think it's this one. There we go. Oh, I altered this side a little bit. That's supposed to be a torrential. There's supposed to be a second dust tornado. But this is what I played. And then this is supposed to be a Brute Drago. But yeah, this is what I played. I meant to say that you tried the Flamvell Fairy deck, and that deck is sick, and Fire Dog put in a lot of work. I'm saying, bro, Fire Dog's busted. Yeah, I played this deck. Does anyone have any questions about this before we move into the RBET stuff? I haven't done any content since I posted this video, so I've been really busy trying to get the RBET stuff together. How many machine decks? I don't know. I think machines are pretty underwhelming. But I think it might be just my bias because I play a lot of decks with cards like Pyramid Turtle and DD Warrior Lady that make the machine decks look really bad. How are we doing tonight? 14-hour drive tomorrow. Good luck, Tim. Good luck. Make sure and take breaks if you need them. 2 Legacy. That's how many are in this deck, yes. How good has Prime Material been in this deck? Very good. For me personally. It won me a lot of games. That's how good it's been. You like the Jar of Greed? Me too. Me too, Hector. That's the Hector Classic. Oh, that should probably be there. But, yeah. I played this deck. It was very good. And then I've been playing it every day since the PPG, and it's still been very good. This deck destroyed you. I got pretty lucky against you, Murray. I'm not going to lie, but it did destroy you. I have a nice photo of Murray that I won't show on stream because that would be disrespectful, but I have a nice photo of me with a Skill Drain and a Royal Decree and 4 Synchro Monsters against Murray's 5 back row. I do have a nice little picture. Beautiful little photo op of Muraclinos getting Royal Decreed for 5. But yeah, this deck is really good. I think I'm pretty shrink, change, shrink. I have no idea how that works, and I'm not gonna investigate. Gotta love DB. I mean, everyone's got their own custom rulings on DB. That's how it works, right, Kappa? Any questions on this deck? This deck was fun. It was a good time. I posted a members only video with a bunch of matches of it and like my whole side guide. You guys can tune into that if you want it. You guys have any questions about the Valhalla stuff? Anything about the Valhalla stuff? Before we, like, I'm just going back because I haven't streamed in a while. Do I even have that list in here? Did the Flamvel 6 come up? Yes, it won me a match. It's actually pretty important. You need at least 4 6s, I feel like. But yeah, it did win me 1 match. The list looks sexy. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's the best zombie deck I've ever played in Edison. Hands down. I have played a lot of zombie decks because I like the zombie cards a lot, and I think they're really fun. I especially like Book of Life, and I really like Pyramid Turtle. But usually the list that people sent me fucking sucked. And like, I wanted to play like the light zombie deck, but that deck also fucking sucks. So Urquizus is great. Yeah, it's really good. He's just a game shot boy. Zombie's one of your favorite archetypes? Same. That's why I had to make a good list, because everybody's list fucking sucked. The only list that I played that like wasn't terrible was like the best Yu-Gi-Oh player NA list. That one wasn't too bad, but it's also like slow as fuck into certain decks, and I needed to play a faster build with instant fusions and like enemy controllers so I could like break boards going second. And I needed to play Royal Decree in the main because like I just cannot fucking deal with back row. I needed to Floodgate. Like, I need to play Floodgates because, like, I'm brain rotted and, like, I can't think, you know? I don't want to navigate situations. I just want to flip a Floodgate and then, like, summon 6 Synchro Monsters. What about Zombie Master or Zombie World? Oh, yeah, cover that extensively in the deck profile. Random Decrees Alpha Facts. You're on the same vibe. That's what I'm saying, bro. Okay, so this was this one. And then we have the Edison Fight Club Valhalla Fairy, which I don't know if I have it on this builder or not. I feel like I should have it on this builder. Where would it, what is it titled? I have it somewhere. Huh. But then there was the Fairy Flamvel deck that I played, which I think is that one. Yeah, I played this, and this got me a top 4 at a collectible exchange tournament. This one was really fun. I almost wanted to run this back in Texas because I think this deck is like really, really fucking good. I think this deck is like actually like up there good. But I also wanted to play Zombies because I just watched 28 Years Later and that movie was fire. That movie was so good. Leaving at 7 a.m. See you soon, Max. Decree Consecrated is crazy. I agree. Did you play in the events? Which events? What are you talking about? Played a 42 card deck. Color you surprised? Yeah, I did play a 42 card deck. This deck has a ton of redundancy though, so it's like fine. This is the only deck that has this much redundancy in Edison. Is this the best Flamvel deck in your opinion? That I've played, yeah. But I'm working on the dragon list you posted, Miss Alexis. That might be better. But this one, this is the best Flamvel list that I've played. This is better than like Flamvel Cat, all that other shit. Do you play in the RBT? I host the RBTs, so I can't play the RBTs. I'm hosting them, and I stream them. Colin Christia is broken. Yeah, it is. So is Goldsark. Goldsark in this deck is really good because it gets you everything. It's just 3 copies of Heavy, 4 copies of Rekindling, 3 copies of Christia, 5 copies of Fire Dog. It gets you Return. It gets you fucking Card Trooper. I've searched so many different things with this deck. This deck is really good. I would actually make some changes to it in hindsight, but like I would play the 3rd Magician now just because I think it's a good card. But yeah, I'm very happy with this deck. Where was this stupid Valhalla list I played? It's here somewhere. Okay, hold on, guys. It's in the Discord. I'll just find it. This should be it. There we go. This was probably the best of the 3 lists that I played. This one felt really broken. What's the 15th side card? I didn't play one. I just played 14 side cards because I couldn't find a 15th, and my sideboard pattern only used 14 cards. That's it. I know it's lazy, but it's just like, I just... Show your ritual deck worth playing, please. I've already posted one on the channel recently. I posted 2 different ritual decks on the channel recently. One of them was this one. I think it was the Ruined Queen hand trap fairy build. That just plays a shit ton of hand traps, and you just summon Ruined Queen and Demise, and you just defend them with your hand traps. This was the first one I posted, and then the other one was the Relinquish one I posted recently. I'm not sure if it was this one or not. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, these are the ones I posted recently. You should try them out. They're both good. I like the Ruin one a little bit more, but this one's really solid too, because you can use Jin to lock people. You watched the Relinquish one but missed the other one. Yeah, that one's cool. All right. RBT Indy. Let's get onto it. Let's get onto it. Predictions. Woo, predictions. Based off of who I know is coming to the tournament, I think there will be a Value Turbo deck in top 8, because there is a very strong player coming to the tournament who plays Value Turbo. One very, very strong player who plays Value Turbo. Do you know who that player is? Do you have a guess as to who this Value Turbo duelist is? Saw dude came in first with Relinquish Value. That's interesting. I probably wouldn't play the deck that way, but you could. Sack phase? Oh, that's who it is. Eric Shen is who it is. There's actually another Value Turbo player who's coming who's really good. But I don't know if he'll be playing Value Turbo this time. So I guess there's 2. But yeah, Eric Shen is who I was talking about. Yeah, so Eric will be there, and Matt Kalenda will be there. If you guys don't know who Matt Kalenda is, he's an RBET champion, and he's also the 2023 Edison Nats champion. So he's a pretty accomplished player. It's pretty interesting to be throwing a tournament on the same weekend of Nats, and then having a previous Nats champ come to my tournament instead of Konami's. That's kind of funny. It's kind of a flex. But I like Matt. I love watching him play. I think he's a good player. So we got a couple of really strong Value Turbo players coming. At least 2. And then we've got a couple of really strong Gladiator Beast players coming. Alright, so we should do... Is Murray still here? Murray, which Gladiator Beast is your favorite? I feel like Murray likes Laquari. I feel like that's his favorite. I could be wrong, but something tells me Murray likes Laquari more than anything else. So we got a couple of really strong Glad players coming, a couple of really strong Value Turbo players coming. I think actually Oscar Zelaya is also coming. So I think we have at least 3 really strong Value Turbo players. Laquari is your favorite. Is it because it's fire type or fire attribute, Miss Alexis? And the color scheming is red. Is that why? Yeah, I know we have a couple of good Value Turbo players, a couple of good Gladiator Beast players coming. Heraclinos is the best one. I really like Tigers. Facts. I knew it. I knew Murray liked Laquari more than any of the other ones. Gigavai's gonna make it? I don't know. Big cats are really interesting. Then I know a couple of people who are coming are playing actually don't know. I know Swagger's coming, and I know Pizza is coming, but I don't know what either of them are playing, even though I playtested with Pizza last night. I don't know what he's playing yet. Pizza right now has the most RBET tops. He's the player with the most tops. So this is going to be one of the most stacked tournaments. We've got Eric Shen, who I think has the most wins, or he's tied for the most wins. We've got the player with the most tops, which is Pizza. We've got some really high-profile winners like Matt Kalenda. We got some really high-profile duelists who have won like other format events like Ruxin34, 16-time YCS champion Ruxin34. Hector's going to be there. Hector's won RBTLA and got second place at the biggest Edison tournament in modern history. The players are insanely stacked for this one. This is going to be one of the most stacked events. Your student Ruxin is winning the event, to be honest. I could see it. Fancy. I could see it. Ruxin the GOAT, yeah. Alex Simo, Gage are both coming. I know that they're playing some very competent decks. I'm trying to think who else is coming. I went through the whole sign-up roster last night just to familiarize myself with it. Holy shit, it's going to be a stacked tournament. This might be the most stacked IRL of all time, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. That may be a little different. You'd be surprised if Alex doesn't get at least top 16. I believe in Alex. I think he's a pretty good player. His deck is good too. So I'm going to go out on a wild card guess and say I think Ryanite's going to be there. You said Gage is bad in old Yu-Gi-Oh formats as far as you've seen. I have never watched him play a game. I don't think. Well, maybe I have. But I don't know if I have. Is it 8 rounds of Swiss on Saturday? Yes. It's 8 rounds of Swiss cut to top 16. Gage is actually pretty good from the matches you saw. I don't know. I've never seen him. Fairies? I don't know if any of the best fairy players are entering this. I know Tommy's not coming. I'm not going to be there. Well, I am going to be there, but I'm not going to be playing. And then I think the other really good fairy players, there's some in the EU. Fancy's also coming in hot with 3 TGS monthly tops in a row. First one was a win. That is very hot. Yeah, Fancy could be up there. I actually think, I'm not going to say I know this for certain, but I'm assuming Fancy's going to be playing some sort of diva deck. Oh, Marcus is going. Marcus Hayden is going. I don't know what deck he's going to play, though. I don't know what deck anyone's going to play. I think this is a really interesting one, because I know a lot of the players that are going, but I don't know what decks they're going to play. It would be really cool if they all decided to play something interesting. You have no clue what you're playing? I can send you a list if you want, Fancy. I have some good lists. How many entrants? It's sold out right now at 256 players, but that number always changes the day of. I'm thinking that we'll hover around the 200 to 240 range. Marcus is Marcus going? Please do. Okay. I'd probably just send you well, what card do you want to play? If you want to play a certain card, I can send you a deck that has a specific card in it. Like if there's an archetype you want to try specifically. Are those Hero Frog guys coming? The guys who played the dupeless version? Hector, you'd know that more than I would. I don't know their names off the top of my head. You're down to pilot whatever? Okay. I'll make you something cool tonight. He's playing Nats. Oh, he's playing the main event at Nats, the modern event. That's cool. I really lost it on modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it kind of fell off for me. I was following it up until recently, and then it just got way too like waifu'd up, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't know the difference between like what card is in play anymore. He's playing the Ultimate Time Wizard. That seems soft, but I guess that's probably why they're playing it. They want the easy competition, with hopes to get like a good prize. But yeah, just seems soft. You think they missed signups? We could probably get them on some type of wait list if they wanted to be on one. I think that we have a couple people on the wait list right now, but could prize from Konami? Not exactly. Hoosier Duelists? Is that like the singer? What's his name? You have to get top 3. In reality, you kind of got to get top 1, because like the medium-sized cards don't really sell that well. Like they sell, but it's like, RBT prize is so much better. Yeah, if you get top 16 in RBT, you get something insanely good. Like top 16. That's it. You just got to get top 16. That's what people from Indiana are called. Oh, shit. No, I'm not sleeping on you guys. I'm not sleeping on you guys. I just don't live here, so I don't know you guys personally. But I have a lot of respect for the players from Indiana. I think it's one of the toughest regions in the country. Matt is so beautiful. That's why you got to get the top 16, bro. You got to get there. Indy 500 right outside. Those playmats are gas. Yeah, and then on top of that, you got like I said, the Ulti Caiuses, the Ulti Rises, Ulti Dad, Ulti JD, Ulti Deck Devs, whatever the fucking prize was. I don't remember exactly what it was, but you know what it was. The cards are basically just a bonus. Yeah, and then you get the invite to the free fucking cash tournament at the end of the year. What is the cap number for RBT? It always depends on the venue. Mr. Awesomeness. It always depends on the venue. But for this one, I believe it was 256. I'm very excited. All right, we got to direct this stream. I need to make a prediction. I think these 3 decks are going to make top cut. Diva Hero is going to be my wild card pick. I think that there's potential for like someone to play something more breakout, like maybe one of the combo decks or like a dragon deck or something like that. Because I think into these 3 decks, dragons does really well. So something like a dragon turbo or like a dragon whatever. I think Frog Hero is like another deck that's been doing well. It just won RBET Las Vegas. And it also won or did really well at an Ultimate Time Wizard, I think. I don't remember. Or the card prize is going to be. I just said that. I think it was first place 3 Ulti Caius. Second place Ulti JD, Ulti Dad. Third and fourth place Ulti First Deck Dev. 5th through 8th Ulti First Ryza. I don't remember exactly. I have it written on my phone. I'm not going to pull it up. I think that was it. There might be something for top 16, but probably not. The budget was stretched for this one because it was so last minute. But it's going to be a good event. It's going to be a good event. No worries. Yeah, Hero Frogs is an interesting deck. You're hoping for a dragon deck? I would love to see a dragon deck make top cut. That would make me the happiest. I don't even care if it insta loses. I would just love to see it happen. But I don't know. The Hero Frog decks are interesting to me because like the decks I play are really good against Hero Frogs. So I've never really considered it to be that strong of a deck. But some people really like are ride or die on Hero Frogs. And it puts up results. It's like a solid tournament deck. But every time I play against a deck, I'm always playing a deck that kind of beats up on it. Like I'm either playing like Christia or like fucking Book of Life or, you know what I mean? Like I'm always playing a deck that just like kind of has a good matchup against it. So my opinion on the deck is a little skewed. But not a lot of people play the decks that I like, which is interesting because I think the decks that I like are very good. But I think there's like a stigma to people playing decks that I like. I don't know why. What's up, Brian-Eyed? Oh, Lightsworn. Brian-Eyed. If he's playing Lightsworn, he might not be playing Lightsworn. Lightsworn, definitely. That's a scary deck. I'll put Hero Frogs in the predictions. And then we'll put Blackwing Shura. We'll put Shura in there. So these are probably like the 6 decks I expect to see the most. Maybe Machina is in there as like a 7th. These are probably the 7 decks of course, I had to go to Arcus. He's your boy. I expect to see the most of. One thing that I really like about the decks that I was playing recently is I think that zombies and Flamvell Fairies do really well into all 7 of these decks. Literally all 7 of them. But I don't think anyone will play the decks that I played recently. I don't think anyone will pick those up and like try to bring them. But if you wanted to have a good matchup into the predicted meta, if you just copied one of my last 2 lists, you'd probably have a really easy tournament run. And you'd also get to dodge a bunch of mirror matches, which is awesome. Because I think mirror matches in Edison format, outside of a couple of them that I really enjoy, they're not the best. I think my least favorite mirror match is the Vayu Turbo mirror match. I think it's completely skillless. It's usually just whoever draws better or like mills better, like 90% of the time. I think the Machina mirror match is pretty interesting. I think the Blackwing mirror match is interesting, sort of. You can kind of just get invalidated by Whirlwind, Dad Brain, that sort of thing. It's kind of swingy, but it's not as swingy as the Vayu Turbo matchup. I hate the Gladiator Beast mirror match. I think it's fucking miserable. I actually like the Hero Frog mirror match. I think it's very interesting and back and forth. I love the Diva Hero mirror match. I actually really like the Lightsworn mirror match. I think it's very skill intensive. But one of my favorite mirror matches, of course, is the zombie mirror match. Vayu gets owned by a post side with Kaiku. Not necessarily, but sometimes. Your teammate is taking a sleeper deck. Good luck to your teammate. I think that if you prepare for these 7 decks and you have a solid plan for these 7 decks, even maybe not even the Diva deck, if you prepare for these 6, you have a good shot at topping. Like, let's say you have a solid plan for these 6 decks. You have a good shot at topping. I say a very good shot. And like I'm saying, like, if you look at these, there's something that I want you to notice. Hold on, let me move this. We'll put a gear frame instead. I want you to take a look at this. There's something that you'll notice here. Let's get rid of this real quick. What Dragon list are you on at the moment? It's pretty different. I'm on a couple different lists. But lately I've been testing the Flamvell version that Miss Alexis posted. I've made a few changes since then. But like, look at something here. 1800, 1800, 1800, 1800, 1800, and then this deck plays Hamster, and it also plays Greffer. So like 1800 is like, this is your baseline for opening play in Edison format. Do you want to have a strong opening going second? Flamvell Firedog is one of the best ways to do it. Straight up. Like, straight up, it's just one of the best ways to do it. It punishes all of this shit. Like, hard. The only thing is like sometimes tricky to Clute, sometimes tricky to Honest. But like generally speaking, you can get a Flamvel Fire Dog resolution against like the most common decks in the meta pretty easily. Jane is 1800 as well. Yeah, Jane is 1800. Jane's a little bit different because it's like, yeah, but yes, I agree. Yeah, Jane is 1800. Jane's different because it can swing as 21. So like, even if you just have a Fire Dog in play going first, like Jane can be complicated. Whereas like Fire Dog in play going first against these decks is actually pretty good. What's up, Totegon? Are you ready for this weekend? But yeah, Fire Dog is one way to punish like this format being like completely swamped with 1800 openers, and it gives you like a great way to like break serve. And then there's a few other ways you can do it with like 1900 monsters. The Dragon deck has Quackymare Drago, which is I think one of the best cards into the meta game. It's obviously not amazing against Machina, but it's like pretty good everywhere else. It's like a great way to break serve. What you really want right now is you want 1900 guys. That's literally it. 1900 is really where you want to be in the current metagame. That may shift, that may change a little bit, depending on if the meta like shifts more towards like Gravekeeper Spy style decks or whatever. But if you can take advantage of these 1800 openers, then you're already hitting the ground running. Every single game you're going to be starting off at an advantage. And that's something that I noticed when I was preparing for tournaments is as long as I could take advantage of my opponent's opening and like start with a lead, it would be very difficult for very difficult for my opponent to ever come back. Like, because I can just if you give me a lead, like I'm gonna outplay the shit out of someone. But like, you know, sometimes you don't have the room to outplay if you don't have an early lead. So like being able to punish the opening plays is a good way to gain an opening lead, and then it gives you more room to outplay your opponent or spend your cards a little bit more fearlessly. Let's see. Ryan ID is going to be here this weekend. Adding some Sabersaurus to your deck. Do it. It'd match the Indianapolis vibes. Don't you guys have one of like the coolest dinosaur museums here, from what I heard? You've been playing the Totem Lad list, 2 Lad over the Yamada Dragon. Interesting. I don't love Lad right now. I like it, but I don't love it. And that's the reason I haven't played Dragons in a tournament, because I was coming up with high variance with regards to Lad. Don't pre-play me. I'm new. Let me win. Kappa. You got a Dino Museum? Yeah, I heard it's sick. I heard it's fucking awesome. So, Sabersaurus on theme. On theme, Sabersaurus. Not Cabazals, alright? Cabazals, you're going to have to ditch him. But Sabersaurus. So, gentlemen, I've got a confession. I'm streaming from my hotel room. My hotel room has ants. I went down to the desk and I was like, "Can you put me in a different room? 'Cause there's ants in this room." And they were like, "How many ants?" And I was like, "More than one." Like, fucking, I don't know. I've seen at least 5. And they were like, "Because we're sold out of other rooms, so we can't put you in another room." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Do you have bug spray?" And they were like, "Maybe." Which is awesome. So, they're sending up a guy with bug spray, and he's going to be on stream for a few minutes. I told them I was streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! And that if they were going to come up and send a guy, that he was going to have to be comfortable, because I had to disclose that I'm streaming, so that when he comes in, he knows he's live on the internet. So I had to tell them that when they come up to spray for bugs, I'm streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Get his prediction. How is a couple ants a problem? Aren't most ants harmless? Oh my god. We found the Yu-Gi-Oh player. We found the modern Yu-Gi-Oh. We found the Sky Striker player. There's Sky Striker player in chat. That's so. He lives with the ants. Posting from his anthill right now. That's crazy. Oh my god. Exposed. It's a sign. Insects. Arachnid. Arachnid. Imagine the guy just walks in and gives you an eradicating aerosol card. That he might as well. How do you spell that? Aerosol. That's not what it's called. What is that card called? It's gotta be called this. It's like bug spray or something. You hate insects, but you're chill with ants? That's like the exact opposite of me. I don't see it. Oh, it's because I've selected Edison format, that's why. That's why. I was like, where is it? Oh, it's not legal in Edison. This, yeah, there we go, okay. Oh my gosh. Card from the 60 card Konami deck played. Oh my gosh, that'd actually be fire. That's a great bingo square. Half those cards are not Edison legal though, which is a funny part. Time to find all the howling insects. Is there some sort of Edison insect deck, or are the cards too bad? I actually think there are quite a few good insect cards. Let's go through them. I'll show you the ones that I think are really good. I actually do think that there are quite a few good ones. Okay, so let's start off. Maneater Bug, a classic. This is a good card. I know, you're probably thinking, what the fuck? No, it's not. No, it is. It is a good card. It's a good card. Alright, moving on. We've got Swarm of Locusts. This is another good card. It works well with Gale to make Underground Arachnid. This is a good card. It's played. It's been played. It's been on RBET stream before. Okay, so it's not like, it's not a terrible card. Arsenal Bug. This is a good card. 2000, 3-star. Normal summon. Solid card. You flip Skill Drain, you've got a 2000, 3-star that attacks under Gravity Bind. Swarm of Scarabs, same thing. Any of the 3-stars are good because they make Arachnid with Gale. So any of the 3-stars are good. Swarm of Scarabs, same thing as the Locust. It's a good card. Magical Merchant is a good card. Doom Dozer is an insanely good card. I've played it in multiple videos before. I think this card is busted. I think it's just fucking insanely strong card, especially with Magical Merchant. Verdant Sanctuary, yeah, that's not a monster, but yes. I'm going through the monsters first. Blazewing Butterfly, this card's good. Marionette Mite, this card's good. I've used it several times on camera. But Blazewing Butterfly, also solid. Aztecapede is really good as well. Aztecapede as just an extender, 4-star special summon insect, works well with Krebins, works well with Plague to make the Arachnid. Once again, your whole goal with the insects is, generally speaking, to make Arachnid and abuse Lair Wire and return. So you have a lot of synergies and potential power there. Let's see what else is here. Shiny Black Sea, good card. Side deck card against Vayu. It's actually really good against Vayu. Quackimera Beetle is actually a really good card. 1900 normal summon. Like I said, we were talking about the stat line being insane. And then it also just switches all of their dark and light monsters that are special summoned. So like your opponent tries to special summon Dad, it's automatically switched to defense. That's pretty strong. Level Eater, strong insect card. Spider. This is a really strong card. because this card goes +1 into Raikou. It's similar to Full Helm Knight, where it doesn't need to see the monster hit the grave. So if you attack a Raikou and they pop the spider, it just brings itself back. Or you could bring back any other level 4 or lower insect from your grave, which is cool too. It's like a reverse toolbox type thing. Works really well with enemy controller, Book of Moon. And then, of course, X-Saber Emer's Blade, one of the best insects in the format, if not arguably the best insect in the format, next to maybe Magical Merchant or like specifically Doomdozer. So there's actually quite a few good insects. There's also one that is like not good but like interesting, which is the Neospatian Flare Scarab. I was playing a deck with this card and Convert Contact, and the reason why I was playing Flare Scarab with Convert Contact is because it instantly puts 2 insects in your grave for Lair Wire, and it also instantly puts 2 insects in your grave for Doomdozer as well. So Convert Contact with the Flare Scarab is very interesting and underexplored, I'd say. Needleworm is good in Morphing Jar decks. I don't think so. I think it's underpowered. Morphing Jar decks generally don't play Needleworm, or if they do, they only play 1. And it's just like a kill con. You wish Return was at 2 in this format? Dude, this format would be miserable if Return was at 2. That card is so broken, it's not even funny. I hate that card. I lose to it a lot. But yes, insects are good. And then they have one of the best synchros in the format, which is the Underground Arachnid. This guy's 2400, can't be like Mirror Force deprisoned, that sort of thing. And then it just steals monsters. It just full on equips monsters to it. And then it can't be destroyed by battle while equipped with a monster. It's a really fucking strong effect. This is like one of the best synchros in the format. Straight up. Hands down. Like not even close. It's one of the best synchros in the format. So if you could piece together an insect deck where you're spamming this card, or you're spamming like some of the other powerful synergies like Lair Wire, which is like one of the best trap cards in the format. Lair Wire is really good. Destroy any monster. Face down, face up, doesn't matter. Just 1-for-1, destroy any monster. Really cool card. Turbo Arachnid. Yeah, you could make a Turbo Arachnid. Imagine if the Anteater Eating Ant appeared in your hotel room. He may as well have. I already got 1 bite, which is really annoying. I hate getting bug bites, bro. Anyway. This is all beside the point. Are ants even harmful? Is that a question? Is that a real question? Yes. They're fucking annoying. They get in your food and they bite. They're the worst. Ant bites suck, especially like the red ones. The bites suck. They feel like burning. Ants suck, dude. Big ant hater. Fire ants are nasty? Dude, I stepped in a fire ant nest like maybe 3 weeks ago. My foot felt like it was on fire for like a week, dude. It fucking sucked. It was so ass. I fucking hate ants, bro. Seriously, they might be my top 1 hated animal. Are we doing top 5 hated animal tier lists? Because ants are on my top 5. Ants, hornets, and mosquitoes are on my top 5 for sure. Like shit I have to interact with. Ants and Konami have a lot in common. Oh, wait. Are there any members in here? Are there any members in here? Press 1 if you're a member. Are there any members in here? I have an announcement for members. I have a very special announcement. This is actually a special announcement for members only. If you go to your add emotes, you'll notice I've added 5 new emotes. We've got E3 Despair. We've got Con Circus. We've got Con Steve. We've got Con Kage. And we've got E3 Vayu. I think I need to fix the prefaces to these because they're not right. But 5 new emotes for tomorrow or Saturday's live stream. You notice we've got the Konami Circus. I need to fix the prefixes. I may have messed that part up. Thought I was really at a tailgate? What do you mean? I'm literally at a tailgate. You just can't tell because my camera is not on. Treeborn Pog. So for those of you who don't know, I think the Steve is the CEO of Konami, and then the Kage is the CEO of like the Konami that handles Yu-Gi-Oh. I think he's like the games and entertainment or whatever, whereas like the other guy's like the CEO. What's up, Huang Ha? How you doing? So everyone who's in here right now, like the stream first. Like the stream instantly. I gotta fix the emotes. I messed up, okay? I messed up. I gotta fix it. Emojis. Okay, that should be fixed. This should be fixed now if you refresh the chat box. Heard a lot of hype for Machina Hero going into this. Oh, I played against that deck. I played against Machina Hero at the PPG 5K, and then I played against it at the Edison Fight Club. So I've played against it at 2 recent tournaments. I'm currently 4-0 against it in games. I think that deck sucks. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's good at all. I think that deck is really bad. Personally, I think that deck fucking blows. But, I don't know. Other people seem to like it. It's like good against Blackwings or whatever. Good against Glads. Probably good against Vayu. Probably not, because Vayu is just a better deck. I think that deck sucks. I think that is like the new version of Hero Beat, basically. I think that's just like another fucking alias hero deck that is ultimately worse than every other deck in the format. It doesn't even summon Absolute Zero. Why would you ever play that deck over Hero Frog? It just doesn't make sense. If I'm going to cast a Miracle Fusion, I'm not even going to get an Absolute Zero. Why am I playing Miracle Fusion? Why would I not just play a different deck? I'm summoning a 2200 vanilla that just dies to an Armed Wing? What the fuck? The stat lines aren't good. You thought you were the only one you think is mid? Yeah, it fucking sucks. And there's no, like, There's no overlap. They play Prisma for Absolute Zero. Okay. They play a 1700 vanilla to make. It's like you have to play a bad card to enable it. That doesn't make it good. You know what I mean? That doesn't make it. Most of the time they're going for Gaia. Anyway, that deck, I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know if it's like a meta call or not, but it is really bad against fairies, and it is really bad against zombies. And those are the two decks I played against it with. So I felt like it was not close. It's funny. I actually played against an RBET winner who was playing it at the Edison Fight Club. Monster Gamer. He was playing it, and then he played. After the game was over, he was like, he said, open quote, "I don't remember the last time I felt like I didn't have a chance." Close quote. That's how bad the matchup is into fairies. It is just completely unwinnable in that matchup. Like, you cannot beat that deck. Like, I draw a Christia, and the game is just over. Like, it's pretty much it. They can't do anything. They can't Miracle. They can't Machina Fortress. Even if they out the Christia, I just play it again. Even if they have a Fortress, I'll just run it over at +1. It's just like, yeah, that deck sucks. Can we put aliens on this to troll? I actually think Cosmic Fortress Golgar is such a good card. There has to be a good alien deck. But there has to be a viable alien deck. Not good, but like there has to be one that's like viable just because it can play. Do you think fairies will win this year? I have played the deck to 2 really high finishes, and it did go 10-0 at the collectible exchange for me. Like, it's already won a very big tournament this year. I think that the people who think that deck is bad are like either haters or they're just not very good at the game. Christie is just a fucking ridiculous card. It's probably the best boss monster in the format, like not even close. I actually think it's like better than Dad, like straight up. If you've played this format at all and you see your opponent summon, I've won more games where my opponent summons Dad than my opponent summons Christia. That's just, I'll put that out there. Most of the time my opponent summons Christia, I'm completely lost. But if my opponent summons Dad, it's a bad place to be. You're probably going to lose, but it's not as bad as if your opponent has a Christia. I'll say that much. Your opponent has a Christia, it's wraps. It's fucking wraps. Many fairy builds hard lose to deck dev. That's like not even true. It's like I got deck dev for 6 and still won because Christia is that good. Like the deck is so good. It's so good that it doesn't. Like people are like, yeah, it hard loses to deck dev. Not really. Like you can lose to deck dev, obviously, but like it's not a hard loss. It's not. I've been deck deved in the last 2 tournaments that I entered with fairies 4 times. I won all 4 of the times I got deck devs. He always says fairies are so bad. I just don't think he plays the deck enough, which is fine. He likes other decks, which is fine. Christie is good, but like all value traps break it. Or you just don't attack into the deep prison with your Christia. Just don't do that. Like what? Or just heavy storm before you summon it, and then their bottomless doesn't break it. Bottomless doesn't break it once it's in play. Neither does oppression. You just break their back row, then summon a Christia. That's like your game plan in that matchup, and it's very easy to accomplish. Also, you can just like force all their shit by just spamming Consecrated over and over and over again until they run out of Consecrated outs. Plus, like if you're going first and you have Valhalla Christia, you just have it turn 1, and then none of the traps actually do anything against it. That's why it's so stupid. The card is so dumb. It comes down turn 1. Like, what the fuck? It's a fucking FTK against so many decks. Like, oh my god, dude. It's an FTK in the mirror, even. Like, you just summon the fucking... You just Valhalla Christia, and they're just like, well, I lose. I cannot win. It's so rough, dude. That card is so fucking good. It's modern playable. Wrap your head around that. How many cards in Edison are modern playable? How many cards? It's Christia is one of them. How many other cards? Stratos? Lonefire? That's it? Like, that's like literally it. And like Stratos and Lone Fire is playable for sure, but it's like fringe playable in a deck that, like it's not always played in that deck. Not even Stratos and Lone Fire. Stratos is like tier 5, I understand. Was that pure fairy deck you played real? Brother, I don't know what more I can do other than take it to a tournament and top or win. Like, what more do you want me to do? I've made fucking hours of content on the deck. Countless hours. Hundreds of hours at this point of content on fairies. It's won literally the most prestigious tournament in Edison format, which is RBET Rulers. Every time I take it to a tournament, I do well. Literally every single time. I don't know what more you want from me. I can only play in so many events because I'm hosting most of them. How many times do I have to fucking shove it down people's throat that Christie is insane? It is a tournament winning card. Yes. Fairies are real. Yes. He said the problem about fairies is you remove the angel by card effect, the deck slows down to drop our sword. No, it doesn't. Oh my god. You guys are like mansplaining a deck that I've fucking been playing for like fucking 15 years to me. And I'm like, that's not the problem. That's not a problem at all. The deck plays like 30 fairies. You will find a way to get 4. It's not hard. And if you don't, then you'll just Valhalla it out. Or tribute summon it or whatever. You need more fairies content? No, you probably just haven't watched all of it. If you have no idea how it works, then you haven't watched enough of it. I have posted so much of it. You haven't watched it. Like, you haven't watched the content that I've already put up if you don't know how it works. Especially not the most recent stuff where I go really in depth. Especially with the tournament stuff. Oh my gosh. See you on Saturday, Hector. Have a good one. What is the best fairy list? In my opinion, Valhalla Fairies, I think is the best. And then I think the second best is the Flamvell Fairy list I posted right now. I don't think it's close. I think those are the two dominant ones. I've posted both of the builds in the Discord. You can join the Discord in the description below. How do you summon it turn 1? Well, there's a couple of different ways, but Valhalla is like the main way. But there are a couple different ways to summon Christie at turn 1. So yeah. You gotta check it out. Yeah, you gotta check those out. Try them out. They're hard to play, but it's like, it's such an insanely good deck that... Oh, look, there's another ant. I'm collecting a team of dead ants that I'm squishing as I'm streaming this. Where do they keep fucking coming from? That's the real question. I have no idea where they're coming from. They just show up on the wall. Where are they fucking coming from? Bruh. Did Amaryllis fall off? No, it just won an Ultimate Time Wizard in Sydney or something like that. You need to learn Fairy. It's definitely harder than what you usually play. It's a fucking headache to play for sure. It's not like... It's non-linear and it's like annoying because you have access to your whole deck. It plays like a Pokemon deck or like a modern deck where you have access to your whole deck. So you always have like 65 different decisions you have to make, and it's like just fucking mentally taxing. Not a whole lot of representation. Yeah. A lot of people started playing Glads recently. That also makes it harder for Amaryllis. Not that I think the matchup is like unwinnable. It's just not great. Fairy's so fun to pilot. It's really fun to pilot. Especially the ones where you have the Tethius auto win. Do you know how fun it is to draw 6 cards in a turn? 6 extra cards in a turn? Fairies are the truth. It's just that the Lightsworn and Pure versions are bad and die to DDB. The Valhalla and Flamvell ones play through it. Yeah, they do, yeah. The Valhalla and Flamvell play through, for sure. Fairy vs. Glads, how is that matchup? It depends on which version you're playing. If you're playing Lightsworn Fairies, it's bad. But if you're playing Flamvell Fairies, it's unlosable with Flamvell. Like, the Flamvell cards are so fucking good against Glads. You just summon a fire dog, and they look at their chariot, and they're just like, I lose. And you run over their glad, and then you make a Stardust, and then you rekindling, and you make a second Stardust, and you do that turn 1. And then your opponent's looking at 2 Stardust with their glad deck. And then they concede, because that's what they're supposed to do. Anyway, someone's at the door. I gotta go get that real quick. Sorry, that took so long. Nah, you're good, bro. Let me show you the general area they're at. Alright. So, like, I've been sitting over here, okay, but I've been, like, smashing them as I see them.
Oh, yeah.
But they've been, like, coming up along the wall, and then, like, also along the side here and on the vent. So I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from either, but I haven't seen them anywhere else. Like, I haven't seen them in the bathroom or anything.
Okay.
Just, like, more around this area.
All right. Well, this would probably be the only thing that I can.
Like, coming in through the window, you think?
Maybe either the window or maybe there's
like holes around the vent.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just.
Do you want to say hi to the stream? There's a lot of people watching right now.
Sure. Am I in the camera somewhere?
No.
Oh,
there's
okay.
no camera on.
Okay, good. Because I look a little.
Oh, no, you're good, bro. You're right.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and say hi. What are you streaming?
Yugioh.
Yugioh, okay.
Yeah.
So, could you explain Yugioh to me a little bit? Because I've always seen like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I've never understood what it is.
It's just a card game. It's
like Pokemon, kind of.
Yeah, like Pokemon, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. These are all the people. They're saying hi to you.
Oh, cool, Mr. Ant Guy. All right,
Mr. Ant.
Well, what's up, guys?
You've got a new official title.
I'll take
to
it.
Mr. Ant Guy.
I'll take it.
How long have you worked here? Is it like?
I've been here about a year, but I've been working in hotels about two and a half.
That's cool. How'd you get into it?
Honestly, it was one of my first jobs, and it was paying well. I found out I was not too bad at it, so just decided to keep on with it.
Cool.
And I was up north, and then they sent me. I moved, so they sent me over here. But I think I might be heading somewhere else soon. I don't know.
Hey, well, best of luck with that, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I think you might be all set.
All right, thank
Have
you so
fun with
much.
the stream.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for.
I'm actually
saying hi.
leaving, so there's going to be someone else downstairs. Just let them know if you need anything.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, boys. Time to inhale some Raid. We just sprayed Raid all over the place. Where am I at? I'm in fucking Indianapolis. That's where I'm at. Indie people friendly as hell. Facts. They are, yeah. They are. You're not wrong. Indianapolis people are really, really kind. They're really helpful and really, really nice. I've had nothing but good experiences with people from Indianapolis so far. Which is, it's nice. I'll say it. I'll be the brave one. It's nice. This extermination is sponsored by Raid Shadow. That's someone beat you. Oh my gosh, they did. Get this guy to RBET. He's actually super chill. He was the one who hit me with the how many ants. I was like, bruh. Raid Inhaler is the new crayon chewer. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pass out. If I become unresponsive, call 911. Kappa. Do you have any moles at Nats who will leak Ultimate Time Wizard signups? If I did, I wouldn't care enough to ask. I don't know. That's kind of fucked up. I just don't care. Like, I feel like I care because I want them to keep throwing Ultimate Time Wizards so that people who hate me have somewhere to hang out and play the game. Are you going out Friday with the boys? Which boys? I haven't been invited, so chances are, unless I'm invited, I am going to be working on the event most of the day Friday, but Friday night I should be free, so I'm not sure. But, yeah, I got to be up really early on Saturday just to go there and make sure everything is all Gucci gang with the staff and everything, and just make sure everything goes smoothly. Come out with Ryan and you. I would like to. it really does depend on how tired I am after setting up the venue and everything. You went to Edison with your ferry videos. You haven't revisited this. Like, what's your best video on Valhalla ferries? Probably the most recent one. It's like happened a couple weeks ago or a week ago. And you go to Dick's downtown. I don't know how much time I have to explore India. I actually don't know when I leave. I know tomorrow I'm working basically the whole day, and then Saturday obviously is the RBET, so I'm gonna be pretty cooked. I'm gonna be pretty lit up. Do I need help setting up? No, I think we should be okay. The first day, the university staff is going to be helping out a lot. And then the second day, the RBET staff is going to do the finalization of everything for the most part. Which do you think is easier to play between Valhalla Ferry and Flamvell Ferry? I think they're both incredibly difficult decks. They're not intuitive decks. I think Flamvell Ferry might be a little easier. Valhalla Ferry, they both require a very strong understanding of like toolbox mechanics and like and positional gameplay. Okay, I have a question for you guys. If I made like a general like strategy, Edison strategy like videos series, would you guys watch that? Like talking about like less specific decks and more like overarching like competitive concepts, like just like defining terms and like really like breaking it down. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Because like I've been compiling like a really big list of like just basics that will up your game to like tournament ready. Like it can take you from like casual player to tournament ready. Like that's kind of like the goal of like these things that I think I've been trying to compile, like a list of fundamental things that you need to understand in order to go from casual to tournament ready. And I want to make a video like breaking down each one of those things. And it would be short. It would be like shorter videos, probably like just 5-minute explanations on like, this is a concept that's super important. The YouTube ads on mobile are getting out of control. They've been really bad lately from what I heard. But I have premium, so honestly, getting YouTube premium and never going back is like, it's like the one subscription I don't think I could live without. It's like I haven't watched a YouTube ad in so long, and it's like so unbelievably nice. Plus, it pays the creators that you watch more if you have YouTube Premium. You've been trying to get folk into Edison and just putting them onto your channel, so those vids would be ideal. Okay, yeah, I could make like a playlist of them. Ruling videos or just general guides? I'm talking about strategy, not rulings. I think rulings are stupid. I don't think, obviously you need to know them, but it's like bottom of the hierarchy. Like, let's talk about like Bloom's taxonomy, right? This shit. Rulings is the bottom of the fucking pyramid. Like, you kind of have to know it, but they're like, once you know it, it's binary. It's not like, I'm talking about like the upper pyramid of Bloom's taxonomy type shit. You can just look up rulings. Yeah, you can just look up rulings. Rulings, you just need to be a knower. Yeah, it's a binary understanding. Like, you either know it or you don't. And once you know it, okay. And if you forget it, all right, then you've gone to it's like a light switch, you know what I mean? How to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but up until Edison to introduce players. I don't know what you mean by up until Edison. I only really post Edison content here. Sometimes a few other games. But speaking of videos to do, ever thought of doing another deck doctor? Yes, I've thought of it. Pokemon deck are you playing? You should post more on that account. Oh my gosh. You're right. I should post more on that account. I've just been so busy because I'm pulling a tournament out of my ass in under a month. Surprised you haven't put that kind of content out there, really. But yeah, sure, general stray videos are never in short demand. I want to do like a whole series on it, and it just like the reason I haven't done it is because it's effort, high effort, and I don't think it would get viewership. I actually think it would see a significant viewership drop off, and even though it would be like really cool and like informational to the people who are interested, I think less people are interested, and more people just want to see me slam cardboard, which is fine. You just came from playing Pokemon Pocket today, based. Okay, what deck was I playing in Pokemon right now? That's a good question. Let me open up Pokemon TCG Live. Actually, I don't need to do that. I know what deck I'm playing. Thank you so much, Donzalug. Look forward to the vids that follow. Appreciate that. There will be some bangers. What's up, Vin? How you doing? Brewing a new dragon deck that uses some ideas and concepts you've talked about. Use some ideas from your old Chaos Dragon list you did. Fire, dude. I'd love to see it one of these days. Make a video for new players wanting to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! From scratch up until 2010. You mean like from 2002 to 2010? Or do you mean like... I'm still confused. I'm still a little confused. Like, are you talking about like go through each year of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, or like talk about each format, or... I don't understand. I need to look up what deck I was playing because I don't fucking remember. Hold on. From the Stone Age till now. I was playing a lot of Rockets Mewtwo, but it's like tier 3. Pokemon right now is in a weird spot where like if your deck doesn't utilize Monkey Dory, then your deck is bad. Hands down. But if your deck utilizes Monkey Dory, it's like there are only a couple of decks that like really utilize it. You Wish Mewtwo was better? It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. It's just bad against one very, very popular deck. It's bad against Gardevoir. It's good against every other deck besides like Moon, which is like not that common at the high level. But it's bad against Gardevoir. They would Yu-Gi-Oh! Style limit Monkey. They should just ban Monkey. That card is so fucking annoying. I like literally, I can't stand it. It makes playing the game so unfun. Like, playing against Gardevoir is like, you just have to hope they brick with Mewtwo. There's no other way you can beat them. It's almost a 0-100 matchup. It's crazy. How to play if it was in 2010. I already do that, though. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Like, Guardy's going to be tier 0 with the Megas. Guardy's not tier 0 right now, but it is solidly tier 1. I think Grimmsnarl does check the Megas a little bit. Because you can take 3 prizes for basically just, you're trading up. I guess they just won't play the Mega against Grimmsnarl. That's something. Food for thought. I still don't understand. From scratch? How do you learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From scratch up until... like... I still don't understand. Like... if you're a total noob and then you have to learn, but just within the context of Edison format, I guess. It's more that gross stadium. Oh yeah, the stadium is fucking ridiculous. It's literally just Tropical Beach that doesn't end your turn. What? And it sets you up. Just teach a new person how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, okay, yeah, totally. I have a lot of content that's like similar to that, but yeah, I think that could be interesting. I don't think the majority of my audience wants to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! From scratch. Like, I'm not really in that creative space. But I definitely want to do one where it's like you take someone who knows of the game or knows like the basics and then you take him to like the next level. I think that's like more the content I'm trying to go for here. Is this RBT the one for Nats folks that got screwed? Yes, sir. It is. It's going to be one for the books. I'm actually very excited to be putting this one on. We pulled it together in a little under 2 weeks. A little under a week. A little under 2 weeks. An updated Edison overview. Holy shit. Edison's really deep. It's hard to do an overview. But to sum it up, in 2021, we didn't realize how good Deep Sea Diva was. And so Deep Sea Diva became incredibly popular in 2021. Then Black Wings came incredibly popular in 2022. So it was Deep Sea Diva, then Black Wings, and Vayu Turbo, which 2022 was a lot of like birds. Then 2023 was kind of like... 2021 was also like the first appearance of Amaryllis. 2023 was a lot of Dragon Turbo, and it was like the appearance of Hero Frogs. It was 2023. So it was like, instead of Diva Hero, now most of the Hero players are playing Hero Frogs. Did it sell out yet? It did, but there may be some no-shows. So if you're in the area and you want to come through the morning of, there may be some no-shows. Just make sure you're there early and you have a deck list. If you're participating, what deck would you bring? Would you run back Counterpunch or bring something else? Oh, that's a great question. I would probably bring a variation of... I would probably bring a variation of a deck that... Brian, I'm talking about mostly the decks that like have really impacted the game up in 2023. That deck didn't exist in... Well, it did exist in 2023, but it wasn't impacting the game in 2023. Hero Frogs came out first. Hold on, what were we talking about? Oh, what deck would I play? That's a good question. This weekend, probably... I was looking at the metagame. It's going to be a lot of Vayu, a lot of Machina, a lot of Glads. I'd probably play Flamvel. Probably a Flamvel variant. Just because I think Flamvel Fire Dog is such a fucking awesome card, and it's so good. And, like, Rekindling smokes people. Like, Flamvel is not good against... Like, it depends on how you build it. But it's like not good against some decks. Like, it's not really good against frogs, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of frogs this weekend. I think it's going to be a lot of Vayu, Machina, and Glads. And Flamvel is really good against Glads and Machina. Like, those are, like... And it's actually really good against Vayu, too. Like, I think these three decks are going to be the top three most played this weekend. I think Flamvel is really good against those three. You love Rekindling strats? Me, too. Rescue Cat will reign supreme. Rescue Cat always sneaks in a top here and there. I would also consider... Do you think Edison is solved now? Absolutely not. It's so far from that. We're really far off from it. There are people who, like, are still playing, like, stuff that we were coming up with in, like, 2020. Like, that's how far behind, like, the meta is. Like, the meta as a whole moves much slower than, like, individual understandings of the game. Like... You'll have someone like, I don't know, play a deck and be like, oh, this is kind of crazy. And then they'll have like a good tournament run or something like that. And then like that will sort of, it'll either like gain momentum, like popular momentum, or like, I don't know how to describe it, but like moving a metagame takes a lot more effort than just having success at one tournament. Because like, I don't know how to describe it. As someone who's like personally put a lot of effort into a lot of different strategies and a lot of different decks and like personally innovated a lot of different decks, that alone isn't enough. Like making a deck better and making a deck tournament viable isn't enough for people to pick up on it. And so, like, even if you as an individual manage to solve the format, which is a weird phrase to even really say, it would probably take like a decade for people to catch up to you, like on a whole, generally speaking. Got to see the Kai's mat in person last night, and good God, I wish I was able to go and compete for it. It's absolutely insane. Oh, shit. Fire. What rogue deck, in your opinion, do you think is on the rise and on its way to a meaningful top or closest to? Define rogue. Are you talking about a deck that hasn't topped at all? Let's go with the deck that hasn't topped at all. Like, basically at all. I think there's a lot in the space, the Flamvell space. I think there's a lot in the alien space. No pun intended. I think there's a lot in the Dark World space that's underexplored. I think Fortune Ladies are underexplored. I think Gravekeepers are underexplored. Yeah, those are the ones that are pretty big. Yeah, I have no tops. There's a couple other ones. I think there's like crazy synchro decks. Like, I was playing a deck the other day with the Tricky. I think that's underexplored. I think Simorg decks in general, Diamond Dude Turbo in general are underexplored. Decks that like aren't even considered by people, fusion decks that like don't, not literally like fusion monsters, but like hybrid decks that like the Fairy Flamvell deck that like nobody knew about until I took it to a tournament and tops with. Like, I have a lot of those types of decks in my builder that I've never seen anyone else like try to attempt or even try to do, that I think are tournament ready. Like, I'm like sitting on some fucking like nuclear weapons. I'm sitting on some nukes, bro. The list that I've shown so far in tournaments this year, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. I have a bunch of other really, really sick tournament ready decks that like people aren't even, like, I don't want to give away too much, but if you just go to like spell cards and you search like new first and you start looking at some of the spell cards here that are in Edison format, like these are the Lost Art ones. Let's go back a little bit. Why is it like this? I don't know what's going on here. But like, you can start looking at some of these spell cards, like, oh, Telekinetic Powerwall. This is a card that was like not on anybody's radar ever until like Control Alt Defeat made a deck with it, and then I stole it, and then the video got like 20,000 views. And then it kind of took off. You know what I mean? It's like that sort of thing. Or like Symbols of Duty, like Symbols Cat or Symbols Fish, or like the Zyver Welly Dad with Beginning of the End, or like stuff like, there's so many like different things, like Swing of Memories Assault Mode. There are so many like different spaces that you could dig into that like Edison format, the power level is low enough where you can earn a top with like just about anything. So as long as you have a sound strategy and a really good plan and like you meta game kind of correctly, you could top with like I have this Beast King Barbaros deck. I think this card is so good. You think Counter Fairy will ever see a creative player make it viable? Possibly. I think Counter Fairy is kind of a die roll deck. It's pretty bad going second into most of the meta, and you'd have to improve that somehow. But yeah, as far as like rogue strategy, rogue deck goes, there are so many in Edison that just don't see play, that like should and could and would be really good. Whale best deck, yeah. There's the Whale. What is it? The Whale OTK deck. That one that you were playing. There's a bunch of great stuff in Edison format, and you can dive in. Immortal Bushi's interesting. There might be something with Immortal Bushi. I haven't really looked at him in a while. It's such a deep format that like Had to break up with your girl to focus on topping RBET Indy based. Simorg Ninja List. Oh yeah, that's the one that someone posted. Yeah, there's just like so much shit you can do. Ultimate Offering is underexplored. I think Ultimate Offering is overexplored. I actually disagree. I think Ultimate Offering sucks. I think there's like one deck that it's been actually impressive in, and that's the Gemini deck. I think it's actually really good in that deck. But it's unsearchable. It's a trap card. Notepads are fine. Only for life. You can't take notes, but you can notepad for life. Dragoon deck is fun. Is that the one with the fusion? This guy? Is this who you're talking about? This guy's good. Yeah, this guy's good for sure. Yeah, he's good. He's underrated. You feel like Dragon Turbo is also so fucking good, but can break so hard it makes you want to bend the deck. Yeah, that's the combo deck experience in Edison format. Is that a good amount of the time you'll just lose to yourself, which is cringe, and not the way that I like to play the game. In that sense, not lose to yourself, but like lose to like just, oh, I didn't draw my substitute, I lose, or I didn't draw my lone fire, I lose. You know what I mean? Like that's that sort of thing. It's just really out of your control. Most people hate that feeling. Yeah, I don't like the feeling that like I couldn't have outplayed it or something, played out of the situation. Twygon? I don't know what you're talking about. Same concept in Christie's foreign deck is pure gamble, but when it hits you feel goated. That's the thing I don't understand about Christia Sworn is like you can play a 100% consistent Christia deck. So why would you play the like it just doesn't make sense. It's like you're like yeah, I guess the ceiling's really high for Christia Sworn, but like you can play a 100% consistent Christia. So you're just choosing to play a less consistent Christia for some reason. I don't know. It's like I respect the desire to gamble, I guess, but I don't know. You could also just guarantee your Christia. Alright, boys. I'm getting tired and I gotta go to bed. When are they going to reprint Golgar? Don't want to spend $100 a playset for Monday. It's $100 for a playset? Jesus Christ. What is the best card against frogs? Depends on the build. Lately, my favorite card against frogs has been Solemn Judgment. That's a good card against frogs. That usually buys you a whole turn and gives you enough to just kill them. Because frogs always starts behind a turn already. Unless they have a nut hand, but they always start behind a turn because they have to summon, swap, send Treeborn, then bounce a swap. So they're already starting behind a turn. So if you can just buy one more turn, then you win. Like usually, like if you can go like summon guy, then the next turn summon 2 guys, and then the next turn you have summon 3 guys, and you've bought 1 turn somewhere in there, it makes it very easy to beat frogs. Chain Disappearance in theory is goated, in practice is underwhelming. I like it. I think it's good. Power Filter is really good against frogs too. If you play Trap Stun, Power Filter is really good. Because Power Filter plus Trap Stun is actually really difficult for them to deal with. That deck doesn't really deal with this card that well. Fossil Dyna and Vanities, obviously, are really good against frog decks. Historically, Vanities has been the best card against frogs. Christia as well, but Christia is not really a side deck card. What's the best card against Hero Beat? A lot of people like Snowman Eater. But Hero Beat is just like a bad deck. I don't know. Fucking Sirocco, Gravekeeper Spy. Prohibition is randomly good against it, yeah. But you shouldn't, I don't know, I feel like siding Prohibition's kind of interesting. Hero Beat is premium ass. Yeah, you can kind of just like beat Hero Beat with like a 2,000 monster. Like you can just make a Stardust and they'll be like, fuck, I can't win. Unless they play a sweet list with hella Captain Gold or whatever. Anyway, that's that, boys. Spy on Hero Beat facts. You're heading down tomorrow. Thanks for setting this up, King. Thank you for hanging out, Scheme. Thank you, everyone in chat, for hanging out. I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. There's been so much work putting this shit together. I still have a lot more to do. But Saturday's going to be worth it. And it's going to be a good time. And the players are going to have a good time. And it's worth it. It's worth it. Good night, Miss Alexis. Good night, Huang. Good night, Foxy. I do hope everything goes well. Good night, Ryan. Good night, everybody.